Good morning, everybody, here on April 12th here on 2023, around 11:24 a.m. And first of all, this is not a recommendation to buy, hold, sell stocks, options, any Forex or futures or anything like that. This is an educational video only. If you'd like to purchase stocks, please contact a licensed professional or the brokerage house of your choice, and they will help you. Okay, so let's get to it here. Yesterday we went over a whole bunch of stocks with NVIDIA and UNH and all that stuff, a continuation from April 4th. And right here today I'm going to go over some stuff here on the S&P 500. So I want to show you, and I'm going to go over some of the banks and stuff like that. Let's see where the market is actually right now. So we know that the market is in the red zone, right? We know that right in this spot here, we're hitting the area, okay? So what we want to see here is what's going to happen past this point. Are we going to break out in this area and then go up to the 419.18? Right now we're at 409.22. Okay, so let's just look at a 2-hour chart here really quick, and we want to see right now we have some taking a profit. Okay, you can see it right here. Okay, let's see though. You never know. This could turn in this stick right here could turn into a buy right here and breakout. Let's see what happens. We have some good volume here. Let's see which direction it's going to head. Okay, so we want to get this stochastic to pull all the way down. If it pulls all the way down, so at the top of the range, and we go sideways a little bit, like in the box, right? We hit the support, and then that's the area of the starting point. Okay, if it breaks, we're getting a pullback, and we'll see how far of a pullback, and then we'll also see how much volume we have. Let's hit a 45-minute chart on the S&P 500, and it looks like we have some profit taking up here. Okay, right now somebody says, well, why is my stock going down? Because I got in here at 411.13. Okay, so in the beginning of this trade, if you were getting back into this, you were going to get in somewhere around here at 406.52, and that's in that spot that would have been the most highly probable chance of getting in. Okay, we were looking at yesterday and last week and a few days ago. We were looking at the TNA, which is the 3 times bullish share of the IWM. And right here, okay, we have declining volume. Remember what I said? When this came off support here, right here, yesterday, I said you had an engulfing, but you have declining volume. Okay, so most likely fails in this spot right here. Could pull back and then regenerate and then come back up to this area. Let's see what happens there, okay? As we go to a 2-hour chart here on the TNA, which is the 3 times bullish share of the IWM, and we have some profit taking at this point. And of course, this is not a surprise. We went from this area right here, right in this spot, down here, look at down here where the volume is. We went into this monster candlestick here that had a lot more volume coming down. Okay, so we knew that was going to be a little weak going into that spot. Remember, anything could change at any time here, okay? We can get this to pull back, and then boom, we start heading up, okay? As we look at the banks, let's look at the banks. There's a daily chart on the XLF, the spider of the financial, the banks, and what's happening here. Okay, so we're very weak. Okay, we came down strong. We came down strong with the flush out of volume. Okay, right in that spot, right there. Okay, so what's coming up here, and then look at the volume here. Okay, heading down. Okay, declining volume. Okay, in this spot, so very weak on the bank still. Okay, holding in this little nibbling pattern, I call it, where it's nibble up. Okay, really nothing yet there. Okay, SMH on a daily chart. Of course, you were in that spot right there, up in the resistance spot right there, but you did have some higher lows, and we had 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 peaks so far. So now you're coming into this spot right here, okay, which was on March 29th. You had 4.9 almost 5 million shares, and then coming back into it with, let's see what we're coming back yesterday with. Coming back yesterday with 3.14. Let's see what happens here at this point in time, heading down to this spot right in this area right here, okay, coming into this little support spot. Let's see what they do. If they hold it sideways, let's see, right now, okay, you could be in this spot. You could be in this position here in the box right here on the SMH, because we already came into it. You came up, now you came back down, now you're coming back down again. You could be heading like in this sideways consolidation. That could very well happen. It's been happening a lot on a lot of stocks, even on the weekly chart, where you have that sideways situation. As you get into here with Microsoft, you see how we're in this position right here again in a consolidation area. Okay, remember we drew that little circle of consolidation? We had it over here too, and we had the circle of consolidation right there. And look at this, similar situation, right? So you're in the consolidation right now. You're at the support on the consolidation. So you got the daily heading down. You might get a little bit of pullback here. You might even get a pullback down to here, and you might get a head and shoulders pattern. Let's see if that's how it's going to pan out. As we look at a 2-hour chart on Microsoft, we could see the sellers coming in. Okay, so here, right in this spot right here, if you see it right in this spot, okay, you have the sellers coming in. Right there, okay? And it started right in that spot right there, okay? This one right there. Okay, so you have some profit taking here, okay, coming in, okay? It doesn't mean anything. We'll just be pulling back, that's all. We wanted to go look at Apple because people were asking about Apple because we haven't done that in a few days. And let's look at Apple here. And Apple right now, okay, I had drawn that little supply line area on my chart in that little blue box, if you can see it right there. So as you look at Apple, what happened here, when you look at the peaks too, you had one peak, you had two peaks, you had three peaks. You could be heading into the fourth peak here, okay, up at this 172.15. How we'll determine that? Let's look at the volume. Let's do a little volume analysis. So first of all, we know, let's get our box because it's in the box trading, right? There's our box, right? Okay, so now we're going into this little area of support, okay? Let's see how they pull this. They pull this pulls all the way down and holds. We'd have another higher low. And then it's strong still. That means they're really not selling. They're just taking profits. Okay, so we came up into this spot. We were right 49 million, 68 million shares, 51 million shares. And so you're coming back here at 47, and you're coming back 49. So let's see what happens in this spot here if we break down into this spot right here, or if we just hold. That's something that we could watch on the lower time frames here and see exactly which way they're going to do this, okay? So look at this little stepping pattern down, but this means nothing. I've seen this 100 times, and then we start heading back up. We had this on the gold charts, remember? When we shot right up, and we're going to go over gold right after this, by the way. Then look at that little step pattern. Step, step. Now we're holding sideways. Let's see if we step down again. Okay, so that could be something. Now, remember in the box here. Remember what I'm talking about all the time here. Okay, trading in the box. Okay, what do we got here? Sideways consolidation. Something that you write down in your book. Which way you want to see it, break up or down. Most likely right now, maybe possibly break down a little bit. Possibly maybe going closer to this gap. Could happen. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens, okay? Because you are getting this little pullback right now here on some of these. You know, it's also going to give people an opportunity to get back in to these stocks also. So the GLD, let's go over to GLD. And the GLD right now, which is the gold trust, the gold spider, And right now we're at 186.60 today, okay? So what happened here, let's look at the cluster, right? We had that little cluster. Okay, we got the little cluster. Boom, right there, see it? Then we come up and we get this kind of thing right here. We got this little crawl up, okay? Now when you get these crawl ups like this, and then you get that boom. Now remember, you're up in the resistance area, so you're way up there. If you get this and you're down here, that's pretty solid. But now you're up here and it's fighting a little bit. See the volume again going down. Okay, you're up in the resistance area and you got volume heading way down. There's going to be a change of direction. Which way, we don't know, because right now most likely we could tag this. We could tag this 190.05 at one point here too. Let's look at a line chart. Let's see if we're getting any retesting. Look at the retesting that had happened as gold went down. Okay, you saw the retesting W right there. Okay, then it came up, it formed a little bit of M, but then you had to look at the double W retesting. The 2W formation retestings are nice and strong. Okay, but you're getting it down here at support with lighter volume, and then you kick in with a little volume. In this spot right here, you had nice volume. That's the volume you want to see kicking up in. Okay, what happens a lot of times is they won't go right back to those volume bars right away, but they will retest them at times. So as you're looking at this here, okay, you got up and over, and now you're at support. You were just at support on 2 days ago, on April 10th, on Monday. You were sitting at support right there, okay? So let's see what they do in this spot here on gold. I want to see what they're going to do. Let's go to a 2-hour chart. And let's actually see what's actually really happening here, okay? So also you want to look at how this is acting inside the box here. So we were at support, and then we're holding above the EMA, the 9-day EMA, but we're going up with no volume here. Okay, we're going up with zero volume. See that right there? Okay. Let's just look at silver really quick here, also, because I haven't done this in a few days here, and that's on a 2-hour chart. And you can see the volume is still pretty decent, but then again, look where we are. Remember, look at it had beautiful volume coming up. Now, when you look at these kind of stocks, I want to show you something here really quick. Let's just move this support line down. As you look at this trend, okay, let's just pull up a trend line here, okay? Look at this trend line here, okay? Look at this beautiful trend. When you see this kind of a thing here, when you see this kind of thing, you'll know exactly. Look at this channel, okay? Look at this channel. That's as strong as it gets. I mean, that is unbelievable strength, because you're getting the steps and then the break. You're getting the step and then the break up, the step and the break up, the step and the break up. Now you're in resistance, okay? But look at those step patterns, step. You're way up there right now in resistance area, okay? But look at how strong that is. When you see that, and you're stepping up into the channel, and you're stepping up, and you keep stepping up into the channel, and then step, sideways consolidation, boom, sideways consolidation, boom, sideways consolidation, boom, sideways consolidation, engulfing, sideways consolidation, engulfing. Okay, first you have the gap up, okay, and then you were in resistance. You wanted that to pull back to buy, okay? But look at that channel. That is a textbook, incredibly beautiful channel heading up, as strong as it could be, okay? As strong as it could be. So that's something that you always want to look at when you're looking at these power stocks. This was a power stock at this point from March 10th till now. So a month trade, okay? Let's say this was a whole month, this whole trade here, okay? So that was something that you had to, you always have to look at when you're seeing these strong moves up. I also want to show you Tesla, okay? Well, let's move over to Tesla here really quick, because Tesla was a stock that we were looking at when we had this was another power stock right here. Look at this. That was another. Look at the channel. Look at the channel. When you see those, that's another step. Look at the steps. Okay, you got the steps. Okay, step up. Okay, step back up. Okay, so when you see this kind of thing going on here, okay, that you know is strong. Now, what's going on with Tesla right now is look at this consolidate. We're getting a consolidation on Tesla. Okay, we're moving in a sideways consolidation. Now, sideways consolidations you can make money on because you just have to just have discipline. That from here to here, you know that's all you're worth. Okay, so let's say you get in somewhere over here at 181.31. Right now it's 182.29. Okay, and then it shot up, and then on March 31st, you were all the way up here, and you had a high of 207. Okay, 207.79. So if you started to trade at 181, 182, 83, you had a beautiful trade here. Okay, now you're back. You come back, and then you come back at support again. Okay, and you did have retest W's in here. Okay, you did have retest W's. Here's another little one right there. And now you're going to get something like this probably, and then you'll probably stay within the range. You could break down. It could happen because why? Because you have earnings right here on April 19th. So keep that in mind. 5 days from now, you have earnings on Tesla. Let's see what they do. Okay? You have a support level. They like this price to a certain point. They like the 177.58 to 180. Okay, so they like that price. Okay, so they did not like so far. They did not like 207. They don't like it that much. So we know that we have to be careful if we're going to start a trade as it hits support again here. Okay, that's something that you want to keep looking at. Okay, as you look at over here, we move over to TLT here. This is the 20-year Treasury bond. Okay, I want to go over this with you. And look at this box. You talk about trading within the box here. I mean, this is an incredible trader's paradise here. Check this out. So as you look at on December 29th, you come up, and then your trade ended around January 18th. Then you had a retest here at February 2nd. You came all the way back down to the range again, to the demand area, and that was on, let's say, March 1st or whatever. And then you want to say February 21st to March 1st. Then you started heading up on March 3rd. Your trade ended here on 10 days later on March 13th. And then look at this. Now you're back into this spot here. And then you come into the gap, and it holds the gap, okay? And you make the next run at the top of the box. So this was an incredible trade. So you knew when you were coming down here into this area, you could start your trade. When it came the second time back, you knew for sure they really liked this price. They're actually telling you that they like this price right here at $100.15 or $101 or $102. So you know that you feel safer when you're starting a trade in that spot. Okay, that's something that you want to know. Go over to TBT because that's the ultra short 20-year Lehman, the 20-year Treasury short, ultra short, the TBT. Okay, so here's another in the box trade, and these in the box trades are really nice because they really give you sense of security. Obviously, you have to put a stop below there. If you were going to get into this trade over here somewhere, you want to put your stop down 20, let's say 26.61, and you're starting your trade here at 27.60. 50, let's say 50 shares, you lost $50. You go down 2 points, you lost 100, and then when it starts getting going, you're going to put it on. Okay, so now again, you're sitting here again at the range at support on this area. Okay, let's look at the VIX. Let's look at the fear meter, the VXX. Okay, so this shows you when the VIX is high. Okay, you want to be buying. Okay, when it's up, and see how it shot up and it's high. The fear meter shot up. Okay, and then boom, So the retail traders, everybody's scared here, but the wholesale traders are getting ready to buy. When the VIX is low, you want to sell because there's no fear in the market right now. Okay, there's no fear in the market, so you want to sell. Okay, so that's why the profit taking is coming in right now. Okay, on that. Okay, let's just look at UNH one last time here again, and that's another area of resistance that we're heading into right now. So it's something that you have to check it out. You have to keep watching it, and let's see, waiting for a pullback. Taiwan Semiconductor, that's another one we've been watching. And what happened with Taiwan Semiconductor is another one that trades sideways a lot. And sideways is the sideways consolidation stock, I call it, because it loves to consolidate, then make the move. How it did over here in this area and consolidated in this area. It consolidated in this area, and now it's consolidating at support again. So where do you feel? Actually, you have earnings on April 20th here. Okay. So that's something that you want to be careful of. Okay. You are at support here. Okay. So that's something that you want to be careful of, okay? And to also know that you're at support here. And I think you have a W formation here. Not really, not yet. But you want to get a little bit of a pop and then a retest, and then you'll know. See how you got them right here on UNH, on TSM, I'm sorry, Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, then you got the retest here, and then you came up. So you want to try to get another retest here so it holds the support with lower volume on this side right here, and then boom. And how you'll know that is when you're at support, you want to go to smaller time frame. Okay, you want to know that, see, when you're at support, okay, see how it went off. I want to show you something here. Just stretch your chart, okay? And you now, it came off support right here and it started moving up with higher lows and stuff like that. You'll see that here on the small time frame. You can even, I don't really love to use that 15-minute chart. I usually like to use 30 or 45. But here it is right here. And you'll see if they're going to start moving up. Look how these, every 45 minutes it closed higher. See it? Closed higher, closed higher, closed higher, closed higher. And that's what you'll see. You'll start to get a series of closed higher. And then also, once the stochastic starts crossing up, if you're at support, you could just buy there, okay? You could just buy there. You know you're at support, okay? And you want to see it hold and then start heading up. And then you want to break this area and then go into this spot right here. And that's how you'll know if you're moving. You also know by the daily chart how far down are you, too. You did bounce off the support level here. And look at this. You are getting a W. You will be getting a W formation soon off this area. So that's it for everybody here today. I just want to thank everybody for coming and enjoying, and happy trading. Be careful. We got the VIX low. We got the S&P and all them up in the supply areas, and that should do it. Have a great day.